broke yesterday about Caitlin Clark making the AP all-time college women's basketball player list. She was on there with the greats like Candace Parker, Cheryl Miller, and a host of others. Well, we all know who's been following Caitlin Clark. At least I know, and I know a lot of people back.
The internet absolutely exploded yesterday after Rebecca Lobo decided to stir chaos by helping craft the AP's all-time women's college basketball team. And guess who landed first team? Caitlin Clark. Yes, placed above Maya Moore, the legend with more titles than some teams combined. The backlash? Instant fireworks. But here's the juicy part nobody's whispering about. The numbers behind that pick? So outrageous, it's almost criminal. They expose the real reason everyone's fuming, and surprise, it's not basketball pride. By the time this video ends, you'll see why this meltdown isn't about stats or trophies. It's about ego, nostalgia, and how greatness always triggers the loudest screams. Buckle up, because this story's messier than a locker room.
Cheryl Miller is clearly on the list. It's stated for many college basketball experts selecting the greatest players of the women poll era. You know, it sounds easy until they try it. So ultimately, they got Diana Taurasi on there, Cheryl Miller on there. How many people from UConn gonna be on there, bro? That's what I want to know. Nearly impossible. Rebecca Lobo.
54121 Rebecca Lobo, the former UConn queen, Hall of Famer, and current analyst, just revealed how the madness went down. She was one of the insiders building this list, and her description? Pure drama. She admits it was extraordinarily difficult to separate college dominance from pro glory. Translation: erase everything after graduation. Only college counts. 4 years, nothing else. And once you actually follow that rule, chaos breaks loose. Suddenly, those legendary players everyone treated like sacred statues start shaking. Because out of nowhere arrives a rival who didn't just touch the record books, she shredded them into confetti. Nobody.
Taurasi helped UConn win 3 national championships, including carrying the Huskies to the last 2 basically on her own during her junior season. Now, guys, we got to remember too, you know, not to take anything away from the great Diana Taurasi. She was playing, man, it really wasn't that much talent. It wasn't like how it is now, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I ain't gonna diminish what Diana Taurasi did, but you know, the playing field wasn't the same for CC, bruh.
First team lineup? Absolute chaos. Diana Taurasi locked at shooting guard. Cheryl Miller and Brianna Stewart owning the front court. Candace Parker closing strong, and Caitlin Clark running the point. Translation: Maya Moore, 2-time National Player of the Year, 4-time All-American, double champ, demoted to second team. The internet lost its collective mind. Clark's good, but she's no Maya Moore. Where's her championship ring? Total disrespect to legends, the comment section screamed. But here's what all those critics politely skip. When you actually break down what Caitlin Clark did in college, it's not even close. The stats don't just argue, they scream. And what's coming next? Proof that'll wreck everything you thought defined greatness.
Man, Maya Moore was second team, bro. CC the point guard on this team, bro. Facts, bro. Facts. She doesn't have a ring to her name. Who gives a damn? These are individual accolades. By your thinking, many notable NBA or WNBA players will have never been named for these types of awards. I am aware, but Maya Moore is still far better individually than... Bro, Maya Moore is not better than Kayla. Bro.
Time NCAA division. High-scoring leader, men's or women's. Yeah, read that again. Not just women's hoops, all of college basketball history. Caitlin Clark owns records that laugh at gender lines. 48 three-pointers drained, the most by any player ever. First to lead her conference in both scoring and assists, 4 straight seasons. Not 3, not 2, 4 full years of absolute offensive chaos. Most 30-point games ever, 56 total, and the first to drop a 40-point triple-double in NCAA tournament history. These aren't cherry-picked stats, folks. This is a total demolition job. A systematic annihilation of every offensive...
Place Caitlin Clark with Cheryl Swoops. Somebody said I would have to agree. I didn't know Moore won 2 PO Player of the Year and not number 1. She should be first team. I don't give a damn. This is college. Hold on, where's that? Because this is college, bro. Who is that right there? Yeah, this is we talking college. And if you're talking college, bro, records achieved and milestones, all-time NCAA Division I scoring leader.
Right. Let's talk about the big, loud elephant everyone keeps pretending not to see. The championship argument. She never won a title, so she can't be the greatest. Sound familiar? Guess who else only snagged 1 college championship? Michael Jordan. 1 ring at North Carolina in 1982. Then he bounced to the NBA and became the undisputed GOAT. Nobody ever drags him for that single college win. No one says he only won once, so he can't be the greatest. You know why? Because dominance speaks louder than trophies. Rewriting limits matters more than polishing rings. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Caitlin Clark's statistical dominance over her peers actually outpaces what Jordan did to his college competition interview.
Jordan, dog. 1 player in NCAA history to lead her conference in both scoring and assists in 4 consecutive seasons. All-time leader in 30 plus point performances in major college markets, 56 such games, first player to record 40-point triple-double in NCAA tournament. Now, as I'm reading this, it sounds a lot like
context. Because Caitlin Clark's achievements didn't happen in some soft era. She played in today's game, loaded with killers like Paige Buchers, Cameron Brink, and Angel Reese. Generational beasts who'll run the WNBA for years. She faced defenses built just to stop her. Box and 1 traps, triangle and 2s, double teams 30 feet from the hoop, and still averaged 28 points a night. Still dropped elite-level assists. Still dragged Iowa to back-to-back national title games. Meanwhile, Diana Taurasi played when the talent pool wasn't this deep. That's not shade, it's just facts. The game evolved. The athletes leveled up. And even in that tougher, faster, sharper era, Caitlin Clark didn't just survive it.
Bro, I don't give a damn how you feel. I don't give a damn that you mad that your favorite WNBA player didn't make the list or Caitlin Clark passed up some of y'all greats. But I don't care. Caitlin Clark, it's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And we all know who Michael Jeffrey Jordan is. We need not talk no more. Because that's how profound. He worked 23, she worked 22. You got to be 21, 22.
The outrage over Rebecca Lobo's pick actually exposes something way deeper about how people define greatness. The moment a young player smashes records and dominates stats, fans suddenly panic, scrambling to defend their legends. Suddenly, it's different era, inflated numbers, or no championships. Classic defense mode. Because admitting someone new hit a higher level means confessing the old bar wasn't the top. It was just the starting point. And for fans who've spent years worshiping the past, that's terrifying. It doesn't just question their favorites. It shakes the entire foundation of how they've always understood what greatness even means.
Like a super team. That's why you gotta love 2K. Now, that was the article there that had came out. Going back to J-Mac, you know what I'm saying? This was the picture of all the ladies. I spoke briefly about this yesterday in a video. I didn't go all in like I'm doing now.
Notice how Caitlin Clark handled the honor? Pure class. Humble. Gracious. Not a hint of ego. She literally said it meant a lot to be mentioned alongside players she grew up idolizing. No arrogance, no I'm better than Maya Moore attitude. Just respect. That's what real legacy awareness